If you have not watched the previous video, please watch it first. The link is available in the description or in the I button. All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are cracking open the vault on chapters 25 and 26 of MJ DeMarco's The Millionaire Fastlane. We're going to dive into the invisible forces that are holding you back and the ultimate primordial fuel you absolutely must protect at all costs if you want to achieve true wealth while you're still young enough to actually enjoy it.
Think about this for a second. Go into a kindergarten class and ask the kids how many of them can sing. Every single hand will go up. But fast forward 13 years and only a few hands will go up. I mean, what happened to those kids? It's not like they lost their vocal cords, right? They lost their belief. Society's gravitational pull just slowly killed off their grandest dreams. They were told by the entire world around them to just fall in line, to be realistic, to be normal. And normal folks is basically just being 2 paychecks away from broke.
Okay, so here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First up, society's gravitational pull. Then we'll cover deodorize flatulent headwinds. Next, build accelerative tailwinds. After that, time, your primordial fuel. And finally, escaping parasitic debt. Let's get right into it. Section 1, society's gravitational pull. It's all about breaking free. And Section 2, deodorize flatulent headwinds. We need to identify the friction. So the stark reality here is that achieving extraordinary wealth requires you to completely break free from the paralyzing natural social conditioning of the slow lane. To do this, we've got to take a hard look at the toxic, dream-stealing forces that are blowing directly into the grille of your vehicle. Who exactly is creating all this drag? Well, let's unapologetically call out what the author terms the headwind bloviators. First, we've got friends and family who just don't get it. Then, educational institutions preaching that tired old slow lane dogma of getting a degree just to settle into a 50-year cubicle sentence. We have the dream stealers who constantly echo, oh, that won't work, or someone's already doing it. And finally, negative work environments or even a toxic city that literally drain the life out of you before you can even start working on your goals. Commiserating with these negative, limited thinkers, it's basically treason to your dreams. You have to turn your back on them, for sure. Section 3, build accelerative tailwinds. Let's create some momentum. Now, when you actually turn your back to a toxic headwind, a funny thing happens in the laws of physics, and in life, honestly. It becomes a tailwind. It becomes an accelerant. You've got to trade the toxic drag of normal society, all those dream stealers and negative environments, for the massive momentum of empowering mentors and fast lane forums. People are kind of like roads. They either bring opportunity or they bring distress. So you need to ally yourself with empowering mentors, read autobiographies of successful people, and surround yourself with absolute warriors who are impervious to that slow lane tractor beam. They are gonna be the wind at your back. All right, Section 4, time, your primordial fuel. Now that we've cleared the road of all that external debris, let's look at the internal resource that's burning in your engine right now. In the fast lane, you really need to understand that the ultimate asset you own isn't your house, it's not your car, and it's definitely not cash. It's time. So let me ask you a question that might just jolt you out of your comfort zone a bit. How fast is your ship sinking? I know, it's a dark thought, but the mortality rate of humanity is exactly 100%. The prognosis of life is death. Every single day, your ticking death clock gets just a little bit closer to midnight. Acting as if our time on Earth is infinite is literally the greatest theft we commit against ourselves. To fiercely establish this point, just think of that 1997 movie Titanic. As the ship is going down, a wealthy tycoon tries to bribe a ship's officer for a seat on a lifeboat with a massive stack of cash. And the officer just looks at him and says, "Your money can't save you any more than it can save me. Once your time is gone, there is no amount of cash in the world that can buy you another second. Time is the ultimate finite gas tank of life." And this crucial point is really driven home by one massive number, $3 trillion. That is the amount of money exchanged in the world's currency markets on any given day. To put that into perspective, you could literally spend $1 million a day for 8,000 years, and you still would not spend $3 trillion. Money is infinitely abundant in this world. Your lifespan, however, is absolutely scarce. Yet the slow lane system asks you to trade your deathly scarce time for richly abundant money. It is a terrible, terrible trade. Which brings us to our final boss, Section 5, escaping parasitic debt. If time is our primordial fuel, we have to talk about the systemic trap that constantly ransoms our precious time. Let's break down the brutal math of life here. Your lifespan equals free time plus indentured time. Free time is yours to spend however you please, right? Sleeping, vacationing, playing with your kids. Indentured time, on the other hand, is the total time spent earning money plus all the consequences of that spent time. Think about the commute, the miserable morning ritual to get ready for a job you might hate, the weekends spent totally exhausted just trying to recharge for Monday. Every moment you are forced to work is indentured time stolen directly from your freedom. So, what creates forced work? Parasitic debt. The author vividly describes parasitic debt as this gluttonous pig that gorges on your free time and excretes it as indentured time. This is some tough love right here, but financing a shiny new luxury car for 60 months or buying designer clothes on a high-interest credit card literally forces you into a lifetime of servitude. Whether you choose servitude behind iron bars or velvet walls, guys, it's still servitude. The debt requires a constant drip of blood, and that blood comes straight from your gas tank of time. Okay, so how do we defeat this gluttonous pig? We use what the author cleverly calls the law of chocolate chip cookies. Step 1, don't put the cookies in the grocery cart. Step 2, if they aren't in the cart, they don't get into your home. Step 3, if they don't get home, you don't eat them and they don't become belly fat. Parasitic debt follows this exact same law. You have to destroy instant gratification right at the source. If that new gadget doesn't make it onto your credit card, it doesn't become parasitic debt. You become the ultimate protector of your own free time. So, let's summarize the core message of today's explainer. Real wealth isn't just about accumulating huge stacks of cash, it's about having the free time to live exactly how you want on the open road. It's about being lifestyle rich and time rich. It requires choosing your road wisely, deliberately turning your back on those toxic headwinds, and fiercely protecting your time from the leeches of debt and instant gratification. I want to leave you with a final provocative thought today. I want you to challenge yourself to ask this single question every single time you open your wallet or swipe your card. Will this purchase take freedom? Will I own this, or is it going to own me? Answer that honestly, and I promise you'll find yourself accelerating down the fast lane faster than you ever thought possible. Stay tuned for the next video.